This video is brought to you by Squarespace. Good morning everyone, here from Luxor in Egypt. So today we're gonna begin our Nile cruise, which is gonna go from here, Luxor, all the way down south to a place called Aswan, and it's gonna stop in two other locations on the way as well, where we're gonna do some tours. So we booked this tour online on a site called Viator, and it ended up being about $145 per night, and that's for 3 nights. So it's 3 nights, 4 days overall. We already did a part of the tour yesterday, which was with a guide around Luxor, where we visited some of the amazing temples around here. So it does say that this is a 5-star luxury cruise, but yeah, it doesn't really seem to be 5-star at all, our room. So it is a pretty nice room, as you can see, but yeah, just not really luxury. And it is kind of falling to pieces. There's loads of issues like with the floor. The boards are all loose. So if you look here, it's like falling to pieces. Kind of feels like I'm gonna fall through the floor and say hello to the neighbors downstairs. And then look at this, I've never seen this before as well. The wallpaper's stapled to the wall. So the wallpaper everywhere is stapled. So that's kind of unusual to say that it's a luxury as well. And then the bathroom here, yeah, just a simple looking bathroom. We don't really care though, do we?
No, we don't, because you guys know that we've stayed at so many places, like from the cheap ones to the most expensive ones, so we don't really care. As long as we have a bed and it's not dirty, it's okay for us. So this is good for us, but like you said, it's not 5-star. So if any of you guys come here expecting a 5-star accommodation, it won't be like that, at least not on this tour. Maybe on other ones that are more expensive, we don't know, but this one is like this, just normal and yeah, just simple.
But this is the awesome part here. Look at this huge window that we get from our room. So that is the River Nile right there, and that is the bridge that connects to the other side of the Nile, which we also visited that side yesterday. It's also cool as well because you can just like lie down in bed right here, and yeah, you just get this awesome view of the Nile. So that's definitely awesome, and the tour's going to be leaving in half an hour I think, so yeah, should be heading out soon. So we're gonna check out the sun deck now and the swimming pool area. So I didn't mention before, but we do get a rooftop here. Wow, look at that desert backdrop over there.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, so they got a huge area up here. Swimming pool back there. Loads of beds, like a bar here. Yeah, we did the Amazon like kind of cruise the other day, but the Amazon was so wide that we could never really see anything, right?
Yeah, but this river is not as wide as the Amazon one, and yeah, you even have the big mountains, so yeah, it's definitely a different scenery.
Yeah, this one's more scenic by the looks of it. Yeah, I love this spot right here. Best part. Other side's even closer. Yeah, this is just absolutely epic. this scenery. I didn't really know what the scenery would be like, but I just didn't realize we'd be so close to everything. The mountains, lush green, palm trees everywhere. It really is beautiful. And there isn't actually that many people on our cruise, it seems. It's pretty empty, so pretty relaxing cruise so far. So as we're going along, you just keep seeing all these little villages and towns. Looks really cool. And right now we're heading south, so we're going against the flow of the Nile. The Nile flows into the Mediterranean, and apparently there's two water sources, two main water sources. One is called Lake Victoria and Lake Tana, but Lake Victoria is the main water source. The mini pool.
It's cold.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, that is cold. Wow, why is it so cold? I like that there's like a fountain in the middle of the pool.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that before. So even here on the boat, you get the vendors. They come on their little boats and attach a rope, tag along. I think there's like 3 boats, right?
Yeah, and they are throwing the towels to the boat.
To the people.
Yes.
Oh yeah, they are. This place is called Esna. I think it's another pretty big city on the Nile. We're not stopping here though. So you can see there's even more boats coming. We've actually come to a standstill, I think because of all the vendors. Everybody else in the other cruise ships are just going by. What?
The guy just threw another towel.
Oh, another towel.
You missed it.
I think they literally stopped our boat, didn't they?
Yeah, the other ones are just passing by, but ours is stopped.
Yeah, ours is stopped. We'd like to thank Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Squarespace is an online platform where you can build a website or an online store. So 2 years ago, Carol built our current website, Jumping Places, using Squarespace to improve our online presence.
I had never created a website before, but Squarespace has a very user-friendly platform, and in 2 days I was able to create Jumping Places website. Their pre-built layouts are very handy, and with them I created the pages that you can see here using pre-designed structures. You can change the colors, add something here and there to give it a personal look. They have a cool feature to connect your social media accounts, and here, for example, our Instagram posts are automatically displayed.
They also offer analytics that you can use as insights to help grow your business, where you can check things like your site visits and where your sales are coming from. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, you can go to squarespace.com/jumpingplaces for 10% off on your first purchase on a website or a domain. So it is the next morning now. Pretty loud at the moment. So this is Ed Fu. It's about 7 a.m. in the morning, super early. So we're just getting some transport here to visit the temple with our guide right here. Pretty hectic for 7 a.m, right?
Yeah.
He's getting a tuk-tuk?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you can go by horses. That's normally what's included in the tour. We don't really like it that much, so we asked the guide to get a tuk-tuk for us. We're actually going in the van, the minivan. Thank you. It's kind of like misty today.
Yeah.
Is it smoke? I don't know.
I don't think so.
No?
It's just mist.
Just a misty desert place. Oh, the souvenir shops. Loads.
Okay. Here we are going to explain temple like religious place. So it is a place to do religious ceremonies, not to sleep. No. Houses outside, people coming for religious ceremonies. The main religious ceremony, prayer. People used to come here 3 times a day to do prayer. This is washing, but not here. In a room inside. But you have to wash. Why? You are speaking to the God. Then after that, what you want? Why you pray? You pray to thank the God for what? Your creation. This great universe that the God serve it for you.
Wow, is that bigger than Karnak?
No.
Not
it's,
taller?
Not taller.
No?
No, it is taller, but not bigger than Karnak.
Okay, but it's taller.
Yes.
Alright. So this place is also called the Temple of Horus. So Horus was a king that was like a hero that ruled this region in 10,000 BC, ages ago. So in the ancient Egyptian stories, he's mentioned a lot. And Horus is the one that you see with the falcon head. So yeah, I've seen the picture of the man with the falcon head in many places, in Luxor as well. So yeah, that is Horus the king. Alright, it's prayer time. You hear that a lot even on the River Nile as we were passing the villages. Usually lasts for like 30 minutes, right?
Yeah, it really depends, I think. Yeah, we don't understand what they're saying, but I'm sure they're praying.
Yeah. So we're inside the temple now, and this place is considered to be the most preserved temple in all of Egypt. Ancient temple, that is. So can already tell that as well, because in the other temples that we went to, you could see how the pillars were reconstructed. But pretty much all these pillars are their natural state, aren't they?
Yeah, and the roof is still here.
Yeah. Yeah, the roof is still complete, unlike the other ones. Oh, I've got some birds around here. Nice home for the birds. So the reason that it's so preserved is because it's actually a more recent temple. This one is around like 200 BC. The temples that we visited in the previous video were around like 2000 BC. But there's also another big reason. This was completely covered in sand. So there was like no erosion like the other ones, and that protected it during the earthquake that destroyed the majority of temples throughout Egypt. So in this one you can still really see the details. It's not really that faded. And the guy told us that this is the washing room. So people would clean themselves before they were going to worship inside the temple. Tiny little washing room. But even here it really is detailed, way more detailed than what we could see the other day. It really is preserved really well. So we're back in the outside area. Always a bit clearer to see the hieroglyphics. So you can probably see how a lot of the kings don't have any faces. So that was apparently the Christians at the time. They defaced all the kings. So pretty much all of them around here are defaced. Yeah, I don't see any that are normal. It really is so much clearer, isn't it, than the other ones?
Yeah, you can see it's very deep.
Yeah, it's very deep. That's the difference.
This is an N.
N.
And this is
Wait,
the line.
Guide invasion.
Yeah, like
all the time.
screaming, yeah.
Yeah. So what were you saying? This is the N.
Yeah, the N and
Like N for November.
Yeah.
Okay.
November. What else? I don't know anything else.
That's all Carol knows. And
Oh, I know the symbol of life,
oh yeah.
but it's not here.
Yeah, we mentioned that in the last video, I think. Wow, look at that wall.
No, here is the destruction. You can see it is not something natural. Here is
So we're back on the Nile Cruise now. Now we're going to head about 5 hours upriver, and we're heading to another temple, which will be the last temple of today. Another cool thing about the room is you can open the window here, so you can just sit down and get this amazing view over here. Look at all the cruise ships, like in a line. That one's called the Nile Plaza. There's a bunch ahead of us as well down there. Nice view.
Yeah, it's a very nice experience, I think.
Yeah, this part is awesome. I think on the even fancier cruise ships you can get like an actual balcony, right, where you can sit outside your room.
Yes, I think so. It really depends, but I don't know how you can choose that. Maybe you need to talk to someone and say, oh, I want this, or I want that kind of room. I don't know, because on our tour we couldn't choose anything.
Yeah, that's why we got the 2 single beds here. There was no option to choose a double bed, so yeah, I'm not sure how you do that, especially book it online. Yeah, probably have to book in person. So now we'll show you the buffet. Gonna have lunch now. Yeah, and here is just a self-service, so they have quite a big selection, like a big bread selection, big vegetarian selection, meat as well, and dessert, my favorite part.
Yeah.
Quite a big area too. Lots of meat. So Carol's going for the fish. Looks like some nice sauce.
Yeah, it smells good.
Smells good. Look how low we are right now, the restaurant. Like right on the river.
We're sinking.
Yeah, we're sinking.
yeah. But Egypt is what
Alright, stop number 2 of the day. Kombu. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Film? Hello.
$1.
$1.
$1.
No, thank you.
Oh, I did that.
I already have bracelet. Look.
I have a new one.
So we just got our entrance tickets. How much is that?
140 each.
140.
Yeah.
I don't think I mentioned the earlier one. I think it was also that price in the morning, right?
Yes, I think it's similar price or the same.
We got some live music going on over here. I like the instruments.
Yeah.
Man, it's hot though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's already 4 p.m. but it's still very hot.
Yeah, it's boiling today. So this temple of Kombu is kind of different to any other temple because it's considered to be two different temples joined together. So apparently the left one is to worship Horus, the same guy as the temple that we went to earlier. And the one on the right is to worship a crocodile god. I don't know the name exactly. That's supposed to be an evil god, but people worshipped him. And from what I read online, they actually found many mummified crocodiles here. I think you can see them in a museum close by. We'll have to see. So this one is way more destroyed. Probably got destroyed by the Nile flooding and the earthquakes. So you don't really have a roof anywhere. But these pillars right here still have some of the original color. You can just about make it out. Very faded though. Yeah, here you get a better look at the Mr. Crocodile. That'd be funny seeing a mummified crocodile.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we can see on the museum, but I also want to see one of those
The kings.
Yeah, mummified, but I think we'll have to see that in Cairo.
In the museum.
In the museum, but we can't film, I don't think.
I don't think so, but we'll check it out either way.
Yeah, either way.
So the guide said that this is the Egyptian calendar. Good luck working out that. Yeah, there's apparently a calendar in there somewhere. Tells you the months and stuff. So he said that this temple here was actually built when the Greeks ruled over this area, on top of a previous Egyptian temple. So yeah, this was done by the Greeks. So it's sunset time once again. We're still docked at Kombu. I think we were supposed to have already left by now, but yeah, we're still here. And we're able to compare boats now, because all the boats are together. This one seems to have a bit bigger pool than ours. I think so, right? Ours looks nicer though, the style of the pool.
The other one, on the other boat, the third boat is the biggest one I've seen so far.
That's the extra fancy one.
Yeah, probably the most expensive.
Yeah, I don't know what boat that is. But they look all pretty similar really, from the rooftop. Sunsets are great here. Probably in Egypt basically every day, right? There's barely any rain or clouds ever in the desert.
Any clouds.
I haven't seen even a single little bit of cloud.
Nothing. So it's always a beautiful sunset.
Yeah, and on this trip now we just have one final stop.
Yeah.
4 a.m. tomorrow.
4 a.m. We'll have to wake up very early, and that will be our last stop. And then we'll stay in Aswan for one night and continue our trip.
Yep, that's the plan. We are now at our last temple of the Nile Cruise. This one is called Abu Simbel. Super tired because we ended up getting up at 3:30, so we've barely slept. Yeah, and we got off at Aswan, and then the car had to drive like 3 or 4 hours or something to get to this place during the night. Now you can get around by a little golf cart at this one. Wow, look at that. So this right here is one of the 2 temples. So that is King Ramses II, who we saw many times in Luxor. This place was constructed under his rule. So all 4 of these are Ramses II. Apparently it's from when he was younger, and then each statue is him getting older. And obviously the second one here has fallen down. Look at that, that's like his forehead and his ear. Yeah, the guy said that fell down like 2,000 years ago. And then at his feet he has like his kids and his wife. So right in the entrance we also have many statues of Ramses II. All of these statues as well are him on either side. So from what the guy said, the drawings in here are depicting Ramses' battles. 3 main battles that Ramses won as king of Egypt. So you can see like there's chariots and horses. Weapons as well, like spears. Oh, this one's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're all cool.
Yeah, it's very well preserved as well.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah, really well preserved. You can really make out the drawings of this one. Got like the soldiers here. So this is probably one of the coolest temples so far on the inside. What do you think?
Yeah, it's very different. These chambers, I don't know how you call it. It's very nice.
Yeah, there's like little rooms everywhere and it's all super dark. Check out this room here. Yeah, so in this room, loads of images of like people making offerings. All of them seem to be offerings. Yeah, so that was temple number 1 back there, and this is temple number 2. So this is one that Ramses II built to honor his wife, Nefertari. So I think some of these are Nefertari and the other ones are Ramses II. So that was built around 1213 BC. So right next to the 2 temples, you get this lake here, which is actually an artificial man-made lake, and that is the biggest man-made lake in the world. Kind of looks like an ocean from here. Does look like the ocean, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's very wide, the lake.
You can see how busy it is now. It wasn't this busy when we arrived. We got lucky. So something interesting about these temples is that this isn't the original location of the temples. These are artificial mountains. So the original temples were in this lake, in this valley somewhere. But since it was an important temple, they decided to move it to here. And apparently the temples are completely identical to how they were. So even the part with Ramses II that's damaged, the statue, that's how it was before they moved it. But yeah, it would have been down here somewhere, flooded, if they didn't move it. From what the guys said, they saved 10 of them, but a lot of them are in museums in other countries. So it's the end of the cruise now. We're back here in Aswan. We ended up just sleeping. Really needed the rest. It's a pretty tiring cruise overall because you have to wake up early on some days like today, but definitely worth it. It's been a spectacular 4 days. Seen so many spectacular things all the time. And yeah, just cruising down the Nile with the amazing scenery is something else. And our next video will be here from Aswan, which is also way more beautiful than what we were expecting. So really looking forward to exploring this place. If you like this video, just drop a like to support us, subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this one, follow us on Instagram, and we'll see you in the next one.